Hey y'all, Natalie Milam here. Just coming to chat just for a bit with everybody because we are enduring some pretty chaotic and traumatic times. So, we all have by now heard about the horrible, traumatic event yesterday that took the lives of many children, teachers, other innocent bystanders, as well as just last week, events that targeted individuals just because of the color of their skin, black and brown people up in Buffalo, New York. So, anytime that we witness trauma, there's a really big chance that PTSD will develop over time if interventions are not immediately implemented, and sometimes even after those interventions are implemented. However, there's also a thing called secondary traumatic stress, and that is when you learn about an event, whether that's you watched it on the news, you saw it on social media, or what have you. And what it is that you are identifying, you're connecting with, you're demonstrating empathy for that particular situation. You might even identify with it because, like the events from yesterday with all of these children who have been killed, and teachers and other people. Well, you might be a parent of children, and so therefore it hits really close to home for you, and you connect with that event, and so now you are exhibiting some traumatic stress. As a result, you might become hyper vigilant. You might be scared to send your kids to school. You might continue to have flashbacks about that event and think about it and feel a lot of fear, a lot of panic. You may even have panic attacks as a result of it. I just want you to know that those things are 100% normal. You need to really tune in to yourself and take care of yourself because you matter, your feelings matter. I don't want you to allow anybody to minimize whatever response you're having because it is a normal reaction to a very abnormal thing. Okay, it seems like these things continue to happen and they're becoming more and more normal, unfortunately. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is make sure that you tune into yourself. You give yourself space to feel however you feel and do whatever you need to do to take care of yourself. If you need to scream, if you need to yell, if you need to go and just be held by a loved one, if you need to, whatever it is that you need to do to make yourself feel good, go and do that. And don't feel any level of guilt about it. Okay, then the next thing I want you to do is to connect with somebody, right? Because people are going through some really hard situations. People are enduring a lot of stuff, and people just need to feel connected. They need to know that somebody gets it and somebody understands it. A lot of our children are dealing with things and they don't know how to talk about it, they don't know how to properly process and manage their emotions. So, reach out to somebody, help somebody know that they matter. And then the final thing is figure out what you can do. It doesn't matter how big or small it is to impact the systems that continue to allow these things to happen. Um, let's get people into voted into or onto our school boards who care deeply about not just the physical safety of our children, but the emotional safety of our children. Let's get people elected into our House and Senate and Congress as a whole who are going to be concerned about what is acceptable culturally, right? Like what's accepted in society right now. How these things, these tragic incidents continue to happen over and over and over. When something happens consistently and it affects more than one person, that's a systemic issue. And so we have got to get people elected who care about the well being of people, humans, right? There's so much going on right now. Like we have, legislators that are trying to change women's reproductive rights. But that is not important. What is important is the fact that we can keep women alive. We can keep our kids alive. We can keep our family members alive. So I just want to invite you guys to do what you need to do to take care of yourself. Reach out to somebody in your network, a loved one, make sure that they're okay, and do whatever you can to impact change that's going to last in the system. Okay. Take care, guys. Until next time.